Take 3. Y'all, I have recorded this video twice through, and both times my microphone messed up. So, I apologize if I look a little grumpy right now, but this is a fun topic. A bunch of people are doing it, and I wanted to give you my installment of my top 10 favorite MCU features. Shout out to the Pressable Defects for starting this trend. I know a bunch of other people are doing it as well. Just this morning, Very Gary released his, and I was going to do this before him, but like I said, the sound messed up. We are going to dive right in with movie number 10 on my list, Shang-Chi. After the big break from COVID, we lost a couple of movies. I saw Black Widow, was wildly underwhelmed, so I was tepidly excited about Shang-Chi. You know, there was news about the Abomination being in it, and let me tell you, this one didn't, like I was not disappointed at all. In fact, it cracked the top 10. It beat out the guy hanging on my wall over there, Ant-Man. He's not on this list, but Shang-Chi is. We got a lesser-known character. We got a full origin story. We got multiple parts from the MCU already out there existing, and this movie melded them together in a very entertaining way. Thank you, Marvel, for bringing us back to a good time. Next up on my list, number 9, a movie that's going to be higher on a lot of other people's lists, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. Alright, now I know that movie ranks a lot higher on a lot of people's lists, but it's the moving parts in it that keep me from moving it higher up. With Hydra, with Black Widow, with Falcon, there's just so many things to have to focus on. And if I have 2.5 hours, it's a great movie. Taken as a whole, it's incredible. But some of the other movies in this list, I can enjoy bits and pieces of and feel like I've watched a complete feature. So, that's why Captain America, The Winter Soldier came in at 9th. Now, at number 8, the newest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as of November 2021, The Eternals. Marvel seems to be switching up the equation a little bit, and for me, it worked big time. Starting with the scrolling Star Wars like text at the beginning, all the way through the end, we've got human emotions from beings that have been around for over 5,000 years. And let me tell you, the way that they deal with love, the way they deal with conflict, and the way they deal with just having to maintain a daily life while dealing with big issues was absolutely beautiful to me. Marvel put in their first real sex scene, cover the kids' eyes, but that wasn't the only reason this movie was easily the most romantic of the MCU. Marvel, I like this direction. I hope you keep it up. Another movie that you guys went in sort of a different direction comes in at number 7, and it's wildly fun, the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I think we can all agree that that film has the best soundtrack in the MCU. My goodness, you guys. The 80s music and the 70s music and the feel-good aspect of this movie, outstanding. Now, even though it's musically exciting and feel-good, I cried twice during that movie. The beginning and the end get me every freaking time. I'm just a big baby, y'all. So, there was Guardians of the Galaxy, and at number 6, Black Panther. Marvel brought in a secret world on Earth. Wakanda is the coolest, most original thing that we have seen from Marvel on our planet, and y'all, it thrills me. These heroes get to travel around the globe. They matter on a geopolitical scale, but at the same time and at the end of the day, they are their own community. And let me tell you, the way that that makes me feel about protecting one's own community, about advancing one's family, and helping each other out, I absolutely love Black Panther. And we all will miss Chadwick, but I am excited to see what they do with this world moving forward in the movies as well as in the Disney Plus shows. Now, we are through the back half of the top 10, coming in at number 5 and at number 4, because I don't think you can really talk about them separately. I have Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. That's right. Unlike so many other people that are putting these lists out, I actually rank Endgame as a little bit better than Infinity War. Infinity War is so cool seeing all these people come together. It's got a lot of outspread web that focuses in, and then at the end, it devastated me. I mean, I didn't cry like I did earlier with the Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of it, but it was so shocking, and it left me a little unfulfilled. Whereas Endgame, even though the stakes were higher, the emotions definitely came out of me more, but at the end of that movie, I felt fulfilled. And the fight scenes in both of them are incredible, and they together are easily the best 5-hour movie. But I had to separate them because that's how they were given to us. But they were still both top 5 movies. Now, we've made it to the top 3. And starting this top 3 is the granddaddy of them all. The Marvel movie that started off the MCU. The 2008 Iron Man. As soon as the lights went down and that opening AC/DC soundtrack started, I was hooked. This movie is fabulous. The best origin movie in the MCU by far. I mean, I worked 10 years for the basketball team at Eastern Washington, and every home game, the first couple of years I was there, we played Thunderstruck. Now, I know that Back in Black is not Thunderstruck, but that opening note, bump, ba-da-bump, oh, it still gets me. The emotions start running through me, and I'm right back courtside. I'm watching the ball get thrown up, and let me tell you guys, the Marvels, the comics, the movies, the world that I'm in now is exciting, but to be able to go back in my mind to the place and the time I spent my favorite part of life, that's a pretty cool thing, a gift that Marvel has given me. Thank you guys. And Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., forget about it. His fingerprints are all over the MCU, and they always will be. I don't think we're losing his influence as we go forward. So, number 3, Iron Man. Number 2, Captain America, Civil War. For years and years, I told people that that was my favorite Marvel movie, and while I put this list together, it surprised me that I wasn't actually able to put it at number 1. But you guys, this movie is almost perfect to me. It introduces 2 new characters with Black Panther and Spider-Man, and it gives us all of the characters that we had had, except for Hulk, up to that point. And it was just thrilling to see the way that Baron Zemo, an earthbound villain, someone that wasn't worried about intergalactic issues, wasn't trying to destroy the Earth, This was a man that was unhappy and was hurt, and he decided to do something about it, and that was terrifying. He almost brought down the superpowered beings with his unhappiness. Wow, that's powerful. And the way that all of the heroes eventually came together after the fight, during the fight, and worked through it, and then at the end, when some of them ended up, imprisoned because of it, it's a powerful, powerful movie, and super fun. You guys, I loved watching this movie. The stakes were high, but we aren't gonna all die, and everybody had to be good, which was pretty cool. Now, that gives us the question. We're down to it. My number one MCU movie is the 2012 release, Avengers. I saw this movie in the theater twice. I don't do that for movies, you guys, and this one had me like a kid on Christmas. Seeing these heroes, watching the Hulk for the first time, and I know that they've retconned the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, which is fine, whatever. Mark Ruffalo is my Hulk. And this movie was, and remains to me, the most fun of the MCU. From start to finish, I am hooked on this movie. I could come in at any point and have to watch it. And that's what puts it at number one for me. The fight between Iron Man and Thor and Captain America. What fun. Loki, he's a great villain. What a wild dude. And now we've got him in a different way in the MCU because the Disney Plus series. This movie set it all up. This movie brought together phases 1 through 2? 1 and 2? Or just 1? I don't know. The way that it tied those origins together, and then it opened up the entire world for this team. Just spectacular. And Marvel, the MCU at large, that's what you guys have done for me. You allow me to spend time with friends. You allow me to spend time outside of my own, daily routine. And you even allow me to spend time with strangers. Because when the lights go down in the theater and the pages shuffle, that is a good part of life. So thank you guys. I don't really care if you agreed with me. This was fun. Let me know what some of your favorites are. See you at the movies.